Hi, and welcome back, Stress Lessers. This is the Friday lesson of week 2. And today we're focusing on taking in the good. So we have a lot to cover again, and we have, I think, a good exercise for you to try out. So let's get right into it. Why do we need to do this? Well, our brains actually do have a negativity bias. They found this in the research, and basically what it comes down is that over thousands of years, the way that we've been evolved and that we've conditioned is that we have had to focus on more negative things in order to survive, right? Makes sense. And so our brains have actually, focusing more on negative things, and these negative experiences tend to stick to our brain as we have them, like Velcro, and positive experiences aren't quite the same. They slide off the brain like Teflon. Now, the other thing that's functioning here is neuroplasticity. And if you haven't heard of this, basically it's the idea that the more we do, or the more we practice, or the more we focus on something becomes stronger. Okay, so the saying is that neurons that fire together wire together. So the more you focus on negative things, the more those neural pathways get strengthened. The more you focus on positive things, we can change that, but it takes practice. It takes a lot of little things to make a difference. And that a passing mental state becomes a neural mental trait. So when you do a meditation, for example, or you have a good experience, it's really just a passing mental state. You feel good for that experience, but it doesn't carry on. But if you practice it and really work at this, it becomes more of a neural mental trait. And there's a great quote there about optimism as well. So one of the people that I listen to is Rick Hansen. He's a neuropsychologist out of California. And this particular TED Talk is great if you want to listen to it. It's only about 15 minutes. And he talks about the word heal and the idea that if we focus on taking in the good experiences and really spend some time with it, they begin to sink into our brain in a sense and create these new neural pathways. So the heal simply is have the good experience, okay, but take note of it. Then enrich the experience. So spend some time with it. Be curious about it. Stay with it so that it kind of gets installed in your brain. And then the A is absorb it. Let it sink into you. Really spend some time, and it doesn't take long, maybe 20, 30 seconds. That's all, rather than just move on to the next thing. The L of heal is optional, but what we've found also in the studies is that when you link these positive things, you can actually, in a sense, kind of override negative experiences. But again, that's a little bit more advanced. But basically, all we're trying to do is savor. Remember where I talked about stop, sense, appreciate, and go. What that is that when you have a positive experience or some pleasant event, just take some time with it. Stop. Take note of it. Sense it. Use all your senses if possible. Appreciate it. Take note of why it's pleasant to you, and then move forward. But see how you're spending a little bit more time with it. So kind of the informal practice that I would encourage you to do today and over the weekend is simply to become aware of how we experience and process pleasant events. So when you come across, something that's really nice, something in nature, or somebody does something nice for you, or even just smiles at you, or these do not have to be big things, folks, just simple little everyday things. Just notice how you respond to that. Spend a little time with it. Notice what thoughts you have. Notice what feelings you have. See if you can sense it in the body. You might notice it as a little bit of warmth in the body. And when I send the email out, I'll include this handout, 183 pleasurable activities. So kind of similar to the one that I sent out on Wednesday about breaks, but this also can give you some ideas to seek out pleasant events. And all of these are going to help strengthen that neural positive muscle, positive mindset. Now we know definitely that gratitude has big benefits. Just look at this list of benefits. This has really been demonstrated in the research. And there's another video there if you want to take a look at that on the amazing effects of gratitude. Lots of videos today. But I love this quote. It's not happiness that makes us grateful. It's gratefulness that makes us happy. This is from Brother David Steindl-Rast, and he founded gratefulness.org. And there's really a nice video. It's like, I think it's only 6 or 7 minutes with beautiful photography. And so if you just want to spend a few moments and just, really soak and immerse yourself in the beauty of nature and people, and just watch that one in particular. The third one there is has some time-lapsed photography, so that's beautiful and well as well. And the second one's a good one too. So try one of those if you have time. There are definite gratitude practices you can do, simple little things like taking a gratitude walk, noticing the positive things as you walk, using your senses again, pausing, taking it in. Notice how you feel, how you're grateful for it, and explore ways that you can respond in gratitude. And then caregiving, if you're in a caregiving role. So instead of rushing from person to person or task to task, pause to be fully present, slow down, take a few breaths, allow yourself to be with that person's struggles, and maybe even give thanks for the occupation or the role you have in healing. And there's a link to a gratitude meditation that goes to our meditation page on the EFR website if you want to try that. Now, of course, you may have heard about a gratitude journal, and it's as simple as doing this, maybe writing. You don't have to write down a lot, but what they found is, skipping down to the bottom here, is write regularly, maybe 1 to 3 times a week. You don't have to do it every day, but be specific. Go for depth over breadth. Go into detail, get personal. See good things as gifts, savor surprises and unexpected things. Just jot those down, or at least tell somebody about them. That can really make the difference. And here's another practice that you might try. And this is based again on a research study from, I believe it's from Harvard, where they had people simply note 3 good things that happened at the end of the day. And what they found on all measures of happiness is that this simple act really significantly improved their happiness level. So that's another thing you can try. So 3 good things. Even if you just want to come 1 or 2, just try that. Okay. So here's the practice for today. Again, a meditation, a reflection, an exercise, whatever you'd like to call it. Okay, so just sit quietly. Take a moment to let the body relax. Take a couple of deep breaths if that helps. Allow the body to sink into the chair and just relax. See if you can let any tension of the day just sort of float away. And we'll just simply start with thinking of something that happened today or yesterday that was good, that was positive. It was just kind of one of those sweet moments. Take a moment to just bring that to mind. Give you a minute to just remember something. And if you're having trouble and you can't come up with something, you can just imagine something. That's okay too. This can be just as effective. And then just let it kind of sink in. Just spend some time with it. Be curious about it. Savor it. Explore it a little bit. Instead of just simply moving on after that, noticing that experience, allow it to sink in. Now we'll do this again, and just this time call to mind anything that gives you a good feeling. It could be nature, or a picture, or a pet, or a baby, or somebody laughing, anything that you can kind of bring up in your awareness that brings on a positive experience. Doesn't need to be a big deal. Simply the intention to have a positive experience will help your brain. Okay, again, I'll give you a minute to do that. And then extend it in time and space, savoring it. Explore it further, its nuances, the different qualities. Use your senses if you can. Sensing it in your body, maybe breathing it in, feeling your body, letting it sink in, and maybe even adding color to it. The next part of it is to sense that the experience is soaking into your brain and body, registering deeply in your emotional memory stores. Maybe like it's sinking into your heart area, into a treasure chest in that area, and then expanding out throughout the body. And just notice what that feels like. Again, just sort of being aware of what that brings up. And that is the last part of this exercise. We're going to bring up some gratitude phrases. And as you reflect on these phrases, notice where in the body you feel it. So I offer my gratitude for the labor and love of the many generations that came before me. I offer my gratitude for the measure of health that I've been given. Remember to kind of keep breathing here and just keep relaxed as we go through this. If your mind gets distracted, just gently bring it back to this next phrase. I offer my gratitude for the people I have been given to love and for those who have supported me. I offer my gratitude for the beauty and wonder of nature. I offer my gratitude for the knowing mind and the wise heart. And the last one is, I offer my gratitude for the work I have been given to do and for the gifts and talents I can express there. So just take a moment and rest in these feelings of gratitude. See what it feels like for you. See what thoughts, emotions come up. Just immerse yourself in the feelings of gratitude. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes if you've had them closed, and we'll finish the meditation. And I thank you again very much, and I'll leave you with this quote from Oprah Winfrey. Be thankful for what you have, you'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough. So thanks. That completes the second week of our Stress Less Challenge, and I appreciate your participation. Again, I hope it's going well. If there's any questions or any feedback or anything that you'd like to reach out to me, please feel free to do that. And hope you have a great day and a good weekend, focusing on the positive.